Hey folks, welcome back to Minecraft Eternal. This is Red Specs Gaming, and today we're going to mess with Cooking for Blockheads. So let's get right into it. Alright, so I've cleared I think almost every garden that I could find on the island, and then put away anything else that was already on the walls. That's easy, just with everything locked, right? You just right click on that real quick, and then anything that already exists will get pulled out of your inventory, and that leaves you with knowing what do we get. We got some tomatoes, some white mushrooms, some pears, some blackberries, some turnips, some radish, some spice leaf, some leeks, which I don't know why they weren't stacked. Oh, because that's a scallion. That's a leek and that's a scallion. Okay. Rhubarb, zucchini, garlic, sweet potato, jute, and beans. Alright, and what we're going to do is I'll get all this put away again, and then we'll get started on the other side of this. Alright, so the next thing we're going to make is some floor, specific floor. And so we're going to come in here and we're going to look up concrete. There's a couple of ways to make concrete, but you need to start with white or with concrete powder. And for this, we're going to need black and white concrete powder. So if we come in here and we do this is sand, white dye, and gravel. And so I'm going to we'll start with 16 of each. I think 16 should be enough. Then we're going to make some black concrete powder. And so that's just black dye. And so we can go boom, boom. There's 16 of each. And then these need to actually be made into concrete. And this is a vanilla thing, but we'll do it here. There's a way to automate this later on. There's a way to automate everything, really. Oh, that, by the way, that sound, that was my new doors. I figured crypt doors need to sound like crypt doors. So there's a way to automate everything, but we haven't even got into power yet, and we will. I kind of like living where you're living without power for a while before you start living with power. That's just kind of the way I prefer to do it. So I like to do everything manually and then eventually get to power. And so what you got to do is you take the concrete powder and you place them, right? And as soon as they touch water like that, they become concrete. And so what I'll do is I will put those down. I think there's my pick. And then we'll break them. We'll do this thing. And it goes into the bag because the bag's picking everything up. There's some black concrete. And so I'll do the rest of these real quick, and then I'll meet you guys back inside. Alright, back inside with our concrete powder, or our concrete, black and white concrete. And what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to type kitchen, right? And that's going to give us kitchen floors, or yeah, kitchen floor. Here we go. And you can do this also with coal and quartz, but I prefer the concrete route, save my coal and quartz for other things. And then we should just be able to like do this like that, do that like that, bam, and that gives us 32 kitchen things. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start by attaching the kitchen floor to our drawer controller this way. So if we put that there and then we bring it around this way, right, and we're going to knock this guy out. This works with trim as well. So you can do it either with wood trim or with the kitchen floor. The kitchen floor actually allows you to connect the Cooking with Blockheads parts together without them having to touch and then be able to communicate with each other. But it also does the same thing if it's touching the drawer controller. But if you had like this touching trim to the drawer controller, that would work as well. So you can see that's why we have this like this. And I'm going to seal this in with other flooring. I just wanted to leave it all open. So I'm going to dig this out a little bit and put in some more, and we'll be back. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, floor put in, we're going to come in here and we're going to do at cooking. And we're going to start with the cooking table, because this is kind of the most important piece of Cooking for Blockheads. And he needs terracotta, which we have, and chiseled stone, but he also needs a Cooking for Blockheads 2 book. And to get that, we need a Cooking for Blockheads 1 book. And to get that, we just need to cook a book. Which seems weird, I know, but there you go. So let's cook a book real quick. Chuck that in there. And while that's cooking, we're also going to make 2 crafting tables, because we need those. We We need just the base crafting table. Where are you? I am not seeing it. That's random things, random things. You know what? We just do this manually. Just give me some wood. And I'm sure you guys are like, it's right there. I see it right there. But I didn't, so that's okay. There we go. Oak wood planks, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 crafting tables, put those back in there. Get our book, which is now a Cooking for Blockheads Recipe 1 book, and that's awesome. But we're going to use it instead this way. We're going to come in here and we'll go back to @cooking. And we take this guy out and we go like this. Well, wait, we got to make the 2 version first, right? So 2 diamonds, please. And now we can go boom. And we got the Cooking for Blockheads multi-block kitchen. While we're at it, we'll get the oven, which we don't have. It's got to be black stained glass. Okay, so let's make a furnace first. And then let's make the black stained glass, which you, like I said, you put 8 around like that, and that gives you stained glass. So now we can make the oven. We got that. We're gonna make 2 fridges. Probably need the iron doors, to be honest. Boom. Give me 2 fridges. 1, 2. Got the fridge. We're gonna make a sink, more terracotta, a water bucket, and some iron. We got that. And we're gonna go ahead and make a toaster, which we may not have the parts for this. What are we missing there? That is the iron trap door. Got an iron trap door now. Now we have a toaster. There we go. We're gonna make the milk jar, which actually we'll hold off on the milk jar because we need to make a cow in a jar, and I'll show you how we'll do that in a second. Let's make a spice rack or 2, just so we have them. And we're gonna make a kitchen counter or 2. We're not really gonna use them, but for decorative purposes, we're gonna have them. If you didn't have access to like a better system like I'm using with the drawers, you would keep everything in your kitchen cabinets, and that would make it stay nice, you know what I mean? So, and we'll get a couple of these too. Let's make 2 of these, the counters, and then we'll make, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. We'll make 2 cabinets. What are we shy on? More terracotta. Okay, so we've just run through our terracotta. What is that? That's that's the kitchen counter. That's a kitchen counter. I think the difference is this one has a backing on it, maybe? Is that what I'm seeing? We'll see. Let's see if we can figure out. Let's make a fruit basket. These are all for decoration. And in our purposes, it's all going to be for decoration. You know what I mean? And I think that'll be good for now. We'll make a tool rack or 2 as well. That's a throwing knife. We need some slabs for that, so give me some wood. Give me wood, please. You get out of there. We'll just do... What color do we want? I don't think it matters. I think they all look the same in the end, so we'll just use oak. Good old oak, if I can find it. There it is. Alright, there's some slabs. Future use. Go back to cooking. There we go. Tool racks. Boom. And boom. And then I think, like I said, we needed a little more terracotta, so we need some clay. So let me get some clay out. I'll get a 21 stack here. Chuck it up in here and get it cooking. We'll give it the old time in the bottle, which my time in the bottle is low because I put it back in the network. Don't do that, guys. I put it in this bag and dumped it, and then if it's not in your inventory, it cannot gain time. So don't make the mistake I made. Go ahead and use the rest of it. I might just leave the game logged in and walk away later on to build that up. Alright, so there's some more terracotta. Put that in there, at cooking. And you can, of course, find terracotta other places. That's the corner piece, I think. That's what we needed there. Alright. Now, one other thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and upgrade our simple storage network to the crafting version of it, because that way we don't have to keep coming back here whenever we need to craft. So if we do @simple and we look at the upgraded storage remote, it needs magma, it needs a storage master, glowstone, and ender pearls. Now the storage master is just this stuff, which we should be able to do. Quartz might be a problem. Let's go ahead and do this. We're going to fix this quartz situation by going like this. We take all the quartz out, right? And we put all the quartz up here. Then anytime we need quartz blocks or whatever, we can just go ahead and do that. Like, just it'll automatically pull it out because it's in that compacting drawer. So if we do this guy again, we go like this. Now we have one of those. We can put that in there. What else does this need? It needs magma, which I went to the nether and got. And it needs ender pearls, which I don't think we have ender pearls. So if we hit that, we're too shy ender pearls. But we can do this. We can come in here. First off, you might be a little glitchy. You'll notice that your money doesn't show. Just complete a quest. We'll complete the time in the bottle one, which we never did. Hey, we got an enhanced summoner orb. Cool. And then your money should show back up. And then I can just come down to the shop. I can go down to oddities. And I can scroll down to ender pearls. And I can buy 2 of them to finish this. There we go. Chuck them in there. Actually, I don't even chuck them in there. Bam, bam. What else is this missing? It's missing a glowstone. Okay. That's another one of those things that we'll just do glowstone. And we'll take all of that out. Right? And glowstone also will go in a compacting drawer. And then that way, when I need it, I can just take one glowstone out. There we go. And now we have the upgraded simple storage. And I'm going to toss the old one back in the network. And if you take a look at the upgraded one, not only is it unlimited distance, you gotta attach it to your master. So right click on the master. Now I have crafting queue. So now I can craft from anywhere too. So that's pretty cool. Alright, that said, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna set up our little kitchen. We're gonna start with the kitchen counter there. Except it needs to rotate the other way, which you can rotate blocks with a wrench. So if we do @wrench here, the one I like for rotating is just this simple cyclic wrench, which is missing what? Stone. Okay, we can do that. Do we not have? What do you need specifically? You need stone brick stairs. Okay, so we need to get some stone bricks. That's what we need. So get some stone. Well, I'll do it up here, sorry. Stone. Like this. And then we can take these and we can get our eye chisel. Take him out. We're going to chisel this guy into stone bricks. Bam. Then we're going to go into our crafting queue here. We're going to take that. Toss the rest in there. Toss those up in there. Go back to wrench. Take that guy out. Bam. Alright. And now we can take this wrench. And we can just rotate. Done. Alright. Awesome. And that's just a block. But he's there for a reason. Because what we do is we take our kitchen counter. Right. We put one kitchen counter here, one kitchen counter there. We can put our cooking table right there. We can put our oven right there. We can put our fridges. I think we'll actually do our fridges on this side. So we're going to need more of these kitchen floors to put underneath the fridge. Alright. We can take our cabinets. We can hang our cabinets up here. Like that. Take our tool rack. Put our tool rack here. Take our spice rack. Put our spice rack there. And I'm only going to do one because this is just going to be for decor, right? We got a toaster. We have a sink. Let's get our sink out first. Sink. there. Maybe not. Sink next to that seems weird. We'll need another kitchen counter, I think. So let's go you. Break you out. Go into our little network here and do counter. Make another one of these. Bam. What are we missing? We're missing chiseled stone or regular stone. Any kind of stone, maybe? Looks like it takes all these stones. Let's see. Stone. Maybe not stone bricks, though. That might be... I think I turned all of my stone into stone bricks, so we can re-chisel that real fast. Here. Bam. Just turn it into stone. Chisel it. Back into our network. Chuck that up there. Actually, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now we have that. And what we'll do is we'll put him here, and we'll put the sink, which went into my bag because it picks everything up. The sink there. Okay, so that's nice. These are what? These are cobblestone bricks. So let me get that out of the network and fix this real quick. Cobblestone bricks, this guy. We're gonna put this guy here because that's gonna be the door. So this is gonna be like, nope, that was in the wrong place. Let me break that out. Again, that'll go back into this bag because it's picking everything up. Take that. Go dunk. There we go. And we'll fill in the floor here when we get a chance with more of this kitchen flooring all the way under here. And so we've got a little kitchen here, guys, outside of fixing the floor. That's how it's gonna look. Let me go make some more kitchen floor real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, that's all fixed up. I closed it off here, I closed it off here. This is gonna stay open because we're gonna put a network thing there. We've got all our food that we have in here, all the food that we have access to, all the vegetables, right? That's all in there. And I'm gonna put the toaster there so we have access to a toaster. And so what happens is you right click on this, on the table here, right? And what it's gonna say, this by the way is an unlimited water source. What it's gonna say is these are the things you can make out of the things you have access to. And you can see there's a lot of stuff here. Like we could make some raw fish, or I guess we could pull it out. We can make popcorn, omelet, melon juice, all this stuff. This is stuff we have access to. Now we're missing a few things because we need some tools. And I think if we look in there again and we do at cooking, I think there's a few tools we're missing, like we don't have any milk, so we'll need to do that. We don't have, I think there is like a couple of tools that we require. So you can actually, shows you what you can make, right? So you can see like sort it by hunger restored, or sort it by saturation, or sort it by name. But if you had another one of the books, like actually we do have the food book, so if we look in the tome real quick, and we go tome. And where is my tome? How come it's not in here? Is it set to the food book? Where is my tome? What happened to my tome? Well, if you had your tome, you could look in the food book. I don't know what I did with mine. It's weird that it's not available, but that's okay. And you could look at the recipe, and it'll tell you need like a juicer, for example. So if we go juicer, right? Juicer, this guy, and craft it. What was I missing? I need that. Make that. Craft it. Now we have a juicer. And I think if we put the juicer on the tool rack, if it'll hang on the tool rack, yes, I think it gives us access to a bunch of juices that we didn't have before, because now we have the item to do it. So instead of having to do all this in your own inventory, I can just make some carrot juice, just like this. You click it twice, and now you have carrot juice. And then that lets you start going through like all the things that are not eaten yet. So you can just go through, make a thing, and eat it. And once you've got like all of your base vegetables and all of your proteins and all of that stuff, which I kind of did vegetables over here, leading into root vegetables, leading into grains, breads on top. This is my protein wall. We're going to do fishes and seafood over here. and main proteins here, weird proteins up there. This is just weird food along this column here, like luminous jelly or whatever. Odd things coming off of vegetables to fruits, and then to like spices and mushrooms and maple syrup and other things like that. Anyways, once you have all of that set up in here, right, then you're good to go. Then you just come in here and you look up, what do I need to make, and you click through and you make it. And if you look in here, you can tell what you've eaten and what you're not eating. Carrot juice, we've already eaten it, so I don't need to make it. But I need to make apple juice because we haven't done that yet. Click it twice. This tells you what you need to make it. Juicer, even though you won't see the recipe here if you don't have it. But then we can take that, we can drink that. Boom, and we've added another thing to our list. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this closed up. Oh wait, one more thing. I keep wanting to run back to my table, by the way. I don't need to do that anymore. If I look up network or interface maybe, what we need is, it's not interface. What is it that I'm looking for? At simple, that'll tell us. We need one of the simple import. No, wait, where is it? Simple link, storage link cable. We need a storage link cable. So we might have one of those. See, I've got simple here. Storage link cable, we already have one. That's good. Make sure your drawers are locked, which mine are all locked. And then hook this guy up to the network. So not only can he communicate now with all of this, but if you take anything and throw it in the network, let's say these baked potatoes, for example, we got all of them. See how it's at 0? We just go ahead and chuck these baked potatoes in the network. They go back on the wall. And so that's why I have it this way. He can communicate with all of the Cooking with Blockheads stuff via the floor blocks, and he can communicate with the network, because when we're getting our veggies, we just toss them back in the remote, and then they go on these walls. So that's how we're going to use Cooking for Blockheads to get through all of the foods that we need to get through. And I'm going to make a few more tools here, and I'll tell you about them later, and get this set up the rest of the way. So yeah, that's Cooking for Blockheads. One last thing to show you about the Cooking with Blockheads blocks that I like is that you can take a dye. I've got some light blue dye here, and you can right click that on your items and you can dye them. So you can make your kitchen look the way you want. I need one more, actually. There we go. Right there. I wonder if we can do you. How about that? One more, actually, because we want to do match the stove to the fridge. Apparently you can't dye the stove. Well, good to know. I think I found my book, as I showed you. I think the other things we need are pots and pans. So, pot. Where is the pot? I think those are definitely things we need for the Cooking with Blockheads. I thought, maybe it's not pot, maybe it's pan. Let's see. Pan. Not sure. So that's Cooking for Blockheads and how you can use it to your advantage to get more points, more health points, and set you up a nice looking little kitchen area. Like I've done here. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button. If you want to see more content, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and ring the bell down there to get notifications. And make sure you come on over to twitch.tv/RedSpecsGaming to see me and my wife play this in the evenings, Tuesday through Saturday, 7 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. And you'll probably get a lot more out of that too as well, because the two of us are eating through the content really quick. So anyways, until next time, I hope you guys have a great one. I'll talk to you later.